Hey guys, it's 21 Maxwell here and welcome to episode 105 of the TNA Impact Wrestling TEW2013 Let's Play series. We're at Slammiversary, number 12 apparently, which is our pay-per-view for the month of June, and we've got an action-packed show, 25 segments. We've got 4 pre-show matches. I think I sat up to maybe 4 AM trying to get some of these segments written in. I really enjoyed putting it together. It's one of the ones I just couldn't put down. And I'm absolutely just, that way I'm just determined and just really wanted to get this show done and get it out there because I'm really happy with what I've put together. And I'm really hoping that translates into the rating that we could get for the show. It's also going to come at the end of some of the storylines, maybe paint a picture of some of the storylines we will have going forward, and overall give you a picture of where we want to take the company as we head in towards, well, on the way towards Bound for Glory in October and the pay-per-views that follow beforehand. We are booking today's show in the Great Lakes region. I feel it was the best place for one, that we needed to get the importance and popularity up, but also in terms of how many fans that want to come, it was the best way to accommodate as many as possible. So Come America Park, if we just quickly look and see what that is, I think it's like 40 odd thousand it can accommodate, but it was a big gap between that and the next venue in the Great Lakes, and maybe losing maybe 9,000 fans. So instead of a 24,000 sellout, we might be short a few seats, but it allows us to get a bit more fans in the door and make it look like a very popular show. I can just quickly find it. Where are we? America. So many in Michigan, it seems. I believe it's Michigan over there. Come America Park. Detroit, Michigan, 41,260. It's going to cost us 250k. But I mean, if we can get close to where we want to be in this, I'll be quite happy. If we can get decent 33,000, I think we'll go over 30. I'll be more than pleased. So enjoy the show, guys. Hopefully it entertains you. Hopefully the right guys are put over and make a good pop out of them going forward. Here we go. TNA Slammiversary 12. Let's see how it goes down. So thankfully, we've actually surpassed the expected amount of fans in attendance, and we've got 34,348. So that has probably justified my decision to have a bigger venue. But our opening contest in the pre-show, a match that had some good action but not much in the way of heat. The Nation defeated the Kingdom in 8:58 when Bobby Lashley defeated Redmond by pinfall with a spear. A solid 72 B- for this tag match, which was very surprising because both are in the midst of a big push. Paul Burchill is improving his Rumble skills. Dirt Sheet sees very few negatives there, just Nation for inconsistency and low momentum, which will build up, and Redmond for low morale. So a good opening start to the show there. And about the featured solid in-ring action but non-existent crowd heat. Christina Von Erich defeated Taryn Terrell in 6:14 with a handful of tights. Only a 41D. It's just a case of looking at what kind of knockouts we can push forward in the future. Christina's the youngest, so I felt it was probably best putting her over someone more established like Taryn Terrell. Commentary helps the match. No skill improvements. Your usual negatives there as well. In a match that had some good action but not much in the way of heat, Bram defeated James Storm in 9:59 by pinfall with a KO. 58 C-, both guys needing a bit of momentum. We're obviously siding with Bram at the moment. James Storm's improving his flying skills. Negatives again, very limited, there's no many. Inconsistency in James Storm's behalf. Obviously it's a cold crowd coming off of the female match. But I think with the booking decisions, sometimes you need to put your mid-carders, I'll have them job into lower mid-card so that Bram can get to the next level of overness. And our final pre-show match, and about the featured great action and average heat, Soldier Ant defeated Masata Yoshino in 11:18 by pinfall with a quick cradle. Basically one of these matches where obviously Yoshino's more over, but we want to put Soldier Ant over, so that's why we kept Yoshino looking strong and went with the quick cradle. 66 C+, the commentary again helping the match. Masata Yoshino's improving his technical skills. Usual negatives there. Surprisingly one with stamina. Well. Now for the main show. So we start off with the boom boom, boom ba boom boom. The show starts with the pyro, before the lights are raised and several sections of the excited crowd are shown waving various signs. The focus then switches to announce table where we went with Matt Striker and Mike Tenay. They introduce and hype tonight's show and the expected impact the likes of CM Punk, Samoa Joe, Adam Cole and EC3 are likely to have. Let's get a 78B. Very surprised that Matt Striker performed poorly. He's got good charisma, his announcing's good, and he's slowly gaining momentum from being on the announce team. So very surprised at that. And the trouble for the EC storyline continues. No skill improvements, Matt Striker penalised for poor gimmick. We may look at that down the line. We start off with a video then, hyping our first matchup, which is Joey Ryan versus Morrison, 58C-. The match itself delivers, and about it featured great action and average heat. Joey Ryan defeated Morrison in 11:32 with a handful of the tights, 74B-. I actually wanted Morrison to go over, but Joey Ryan had, for some reason, creative control, and no matter what I tried would not do the job, so we'll have to persist with Joey Ryan and push him for this foreseeable future, because obviously he is quite over, and if he's not going to job to Morrison, I don't see him jobbing to many others. So it continues this storyline. We may have a rubber match, we may build Morrison up a little bit and try and put him over Ryan, but that may come down the line. I'm going to have a creative meeting after this show. I'll figure out where I'm going to go for the next couple of weeks, months, and if we see that Morrison could benefit going over Ryan eventually, we'll roll with it. Joey Ryan's improving his performance skills. Negatives are mostly actually Morrison for not dealing with the pressure of going all out, the inconsistency, stamina, and both guys for a poor gimmick, so we need to change some gimmicks here as well. The camera picks up on Madison Rayne. She's intently studying a backstage monitor, watching the match between Jeff Hardy and Robbie E. That gets a 35E+. The match itself had some good action, but not much in the way of heat, and Jeff Hardy defeated Robbie E in 6:54 by pinfall with a Swanton Bomb. 59C, Robbie was off his game. The announcing quality helped the match, so did the colour commentary. And Jeff Hardy's improving his performance skills here. Negatives, length, burnt-out crowd, which is very surprising since we had this small segment with the knockout previously. But after the match, Madison Rayne enters the ring to tend to the injured and beaten down Robbie E. Jeff Hardy sees this and heads up towards as he goes to grab her. The lights go out. 10 seconds later they come back on. Robbie E is starting to come around and Madison is nowhere to be seen. She has fled. However, in between Jeff Hardy and Robbie E stands the hooded figure who had been stalking Jeff Hardy in previous weeks. Jeff shouts, "Who the hell are you?" before the hooded figure turns round and lays Robbie out with a twist of hate. He gets up, pulls off his hood to reveal the return of Matt Hardy. Jeff looks on in surprise and Matt gives him a hug. They embrace and taunt the crowd to booze. The Hardy Boys are back. Disappointingly only got a 41D. Obviously I was building Matt Hardy up for a return, getting him some momentum, but it felt sensible to try and get Jeff back to normality that would put him back with Matt. And we can continue a feud between Matt, Jeff, Robbie E. We'll probably bring in Rhett Titus again because he's obviously a friend of Madison Rayne. Well, Robbie E's kind of got this little relationship thing going. So one segment, straight away I'm going to turn them. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And the turn was a complete success. So we've not had many shock surprise turns with a little build up, so that's probably why that one helped. And Matt Hardy, maybe he's just really good at being a natural heel. So delighted with that. You've not got the poor rating that is for the lower card, basically to try and help the likes of Robbie E for the future, because Matt and Jeff are getting on a little bit. We then have a video hyping up Adam Cole versus EC3, 73B-. The reason this is so early in the card, it would be their 4th time against each other, and it may not be good as previous matches. So, because we need a blow-off match, that's why it's right at the start of the show. Yep, and the match absolutely disappointed, so this is going to hurt both of these guys. And about it featured great action and a good crowd. EC3 defeated Adam Cole in 12:36 with a headlock driver, 26E. I knew it was going to be bad, but I didn't think it would be that bad. I took the risk because of the Mia Yim and Melissa match delivered, but I'll learn from it, you know, if I had to do the blow-off match, hopefully it doesn't harm the popularity of both wrestlers, but this feud will be over anyway. This was the worst of the recent matches, so it just seemed to magnify its flaws. As it was a fourth time, it needed to hold the crowd's audience attention, yeah, that's skill of the crowd's attention. The match brought the crowd's mood down. Overall, just a disaster. But you know, we were expecting it, we were prepared for it. We'll build from it. It had to be done in terms of storylines, and we'll move on from here. So the storyline continues, but that is the end of the storyline. The less said about that, the better. Bye. A lot of negatives for repetitive booking, length, booking decisions, and lowering the crowd's mood down. So hopefully it doesn't affect both of them too much, because we want EC3 to get to the main event and Adam Cole to stay round about there. A countdown timer then starts on the Titantron. As EC3 heads to the back, Adam Cole is lying in the ring post-match. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm back. Pyro goes off. An AAB rated segment. What can this mean? The pyro blazes and a man stands with his back towards the ring. He spins around and it is the return of Y2J Chris Jericho. Jericho swaggers down to the ring and enters through the ropes. Cole gets to his feet and looks on in shock as Jericho smiles and taunts to the audience. Before both men stare at each other and Jericho extends his hand to Adam Cole. Adam Cole looks at him and declines the offer of a handshake. He moves then to the ropes and exits the ring, while Jericho stands in the ring, smiles and taunts to the audience one more. So at 65C, Chris Jericho is back. He is back as a face, even though he's going to be an egomaniac, so I might need to watch his gimmick. I think I was initially going to make him a heel and changed it right at the last minute to include a feud between him and Adam Cole. But that's what I'm going to go for here. Chris Jericho, poor gimmick. I think we need to run with that then. He's kind of changed his gimmick straight away. But it's okay, you know. Let's see it to try and help Adam Cole again, and I think Adam Cole can get better from that EC3 feud, so we'll see what happens with that. In a match that had some good action but not much in the way of heat, Mia Yim defeated Celeste Bonin, Melissa and Jessie McKay in 9:36, when Mia Yim defeated Jessie McKay by pinfall with a kiss of the dragon. Mia Yim makes defence number 9 of her TNA Women's Knockout title, 64C. Can't argue that, very good for 4 knockouts, gives Celeste and Jessie McKay a wee chance. My only worry is, apart from Mia Yim and Melissa, there isn't any real established knockouts with high momentum, or just even decent overness. This is why we're bringing in a lot of managers, so they can go from managers to active wrestlers, and why we have Angelina Love going with Samoa Joe, so hopefully some of his pop will then rub onto her. But we'll see what happens. If we'll have to build something up, we'll have to do it, and take some low ratings just to make sure we can continue with the knockouts division. But all good there, very few negatives. Delighted with that, well done. In a match that had some good action and average heat, Mascara Dorada defeated Rob Van Dam in 10:27 by pinfall. Dorada makes defence number 2 of his TNA X Division title, 73 B-. You don't really need a backstory for this division. Good match. All the negatives are mostly going to be for Samoa Joe. I don't know why I said Samoa Joe there, for Rob Van Dam. I guess probably because I said Andrew Love in the last one where I've just said Samoa Joe there, but that's what it is. Mike Tenay and Matt Striker hype up the upcoming match between Ricochet, Hawkins, Chris Hero, Rocky Romero and Drew Galloway from the comfort of the announcer's table. So 74 B-, we're hyping up the King of the Mountain match. Good way to get into it. The match itself, very disappointing, very, very disappointing. This is why it was kind of positioned less in the card. And about it featured great action and average heat. Ricochet defeated Chris Hero, Hawkins, Rocky Romero and Drew Galloway in a 5-man King of the Mountain match. In 15:10, when Ricochet retrieved the case. Ricochet wins the case title. Just called it the case, and it's just the Money in the Bank. That's pretty much what I've made it. 58 C-. Hawkins was off his game. Ricochet hinted at his face turn to get a little reaction. Drew Galloway's improving Rumble skills. Apart from that, booking decisions, title prestige, length, lowering the crowd's mood, all negatives, poor gimmick inconsistency for Hawkins, and the declining physical ability of Chris Hero. So disappointed with that, but You know, we've got to give some of these guys a match, and one of the guys needed a push, and that's what it is. After the match, Ricochet is in the ring, holding the case he's just won. Drew Galloway staggers into the ring with the Central Championship and offers Ricochet the title. Ricochet pauses and thinks about it. He then turns to Drew and clobbers him with the case to a big pop from the crowd, therefore turning face. The fans chant his name as he taunts to the crowd. 72B-. I don't know why they say that he couldn't be a face. He's clearly a face in Lucha Underground. 7 segments, we'll see how it goes if it works. And the turn went pretty well. So we'll run with him as a face, it freshens things up, gives him new opponents, and hopefully he can be a good, I'm going to say good case champion, but he's not really going to defend that. But all works for our booking plans at the moment, so delighted with that. Made him big arse of this one. It should be Shinsuke Nakamura and Kota Ibushi make a spectacular entrance. For some reason it's Johnny Devine. Well, obviously he's going to be a future manager anyway, not to them, but I made an error there, because Johnny will be above Kota Ibushi. But 52D plus, maybe it kind of helps with lowering the crowd's mood so we get the perfect show, but it is what it is. Stupid mistake. It makes Nakamura look like a star. The less said about that the better. But obviously that brings up to the next match, and about the featured great action and average heat. State of Mind defeated Team 3D in 1430 with Shinsuke Nakamura defeating Billy Ray with a Bomber Yi. State of Mind make defence number 3 of your TNA World Tag Team titles. 72B-. Obviously going to great chemistry between Team 3D. It was a good way to give them a last title shot, but another just a really to win the way for State of Mind to help them with their tag reign. Kota Ibushi's improving his Rumble skills, and the negatives are just going to be actually quite far and few between actually. Declining physical ability both with Team 3D, inconsistency of Devon and Ibushi, and then prestige and length, but we can work on the prestige and length isn't really a massive factor for me at this time. We just try to fit as much as we could in the 2 hours plus that we had. We then have a video hyping up Taker versus Kurt Angle. This got an 89A. Perfect. So the fans are really getting behind that this match is coming up next. The match probably won't deliver as much. Not too bad. And about the head, great heat and great wrestling action. Taker defeated Kurt Angle in 1050 by pinfall with a tombstone. 72B-. Taker was visibly tired towards the end. And he is 50 odd, but you know we're going to use his popularity just to kind of put him over a few people before maybe jobbing him out. But as what it is, Kurt Angle is retired from in-ring competition, from active competition. You see there, both guys poor gimmicks, declining physical ability and obviously length, but you're not going to get Taker going for much longer than that. As Taker heads to the back and up the ramp, the light ascends in the ring once more on Kurt Angle, who starts to cry before shouting no no no. The crowd starts to begin shouting na 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 na, as you would do with any kind of retirement angle. He slowly walks down the ramp with tears in his face. Kurt Angle's in-ring career is over, and that was a solid 93A from Kurt Angle. Fantastic. We then cut to a backstage promo before the main event. For once it's not CM Punk, it's going to be Angelina Love and Samoa Joe. Angelina Love. What? Were you expecting that loser CM Punk? Really? That's what's wrong with this company, people. We don't reward its true superstars. We reward guys who think they can come right in here and run the place. Tonight, one of Impact Wrestling's greatest superstars claims what's rightfully his. She hands the mic over to Samoa Joe. You're exactly right there, Angelina. CM Punk, we've known each other for a long, long time. Battled not all just over this company and all over this country, but all over the world. But tonight is our greatest battle. Tonight, I don't care how it happens, but Samoa Joe whoops your ass, takes your title, meaning the champion isn't some guy who just speaks trash, it's the guy who beats people up. So Punk, just remember, you're not the best in the world, hell you're not even in the top 5. But me, I'm the best, and I've got the best lady by my side. And come tonight, I'll have the best world championship in this industry around my waist. So a dominant promo from Samoa Joe gets him a bit of popularity, should get Angelina as well. 73B-. So we're not going to this crowd, no burning the crowd out before we get into the big match. But Samoa Joe looked good there. Angelina just low momentum, but Well, maybe we'll give her some victories to help her on that kind of side of things. We then have a CM Punk entrance with lots of pyrotechnics, 84B+, just to get us right hyped for this match. Hopefully the match delivers. It doesn't, which is a bit of a negative. In a match that had some excellent in-ring action and great heat from the audience, Samoa Joe defeats CM Punk in 34-33 by pinfall after Angelina Love interfered. Samoa Joe ends the World Heavyweight title reign of CM Punk and is your new TNA World Heavyweight Champion. 74B-. I was hoping this would get 80s, maybe 90s. It is a problem with a lack of stars in the company. But great chemistry between these two. Punk improves performance, as does Joe, who also improves technicals. Dirt sheet, what have you got for me? Literally just booking decisions and lowering the crowd's mood, so I think it's really just a case of probably maybe shouldn't have had the Punk entrance, or even just a case of Joe's not quite over to be top dog and get the ratings we want. But I like to thought Punk would have brought that out of him and took it to the next level. After the match, having just won the match due to Angelina Love's interference, Samoa Joe snatches his newly won title belt and scrambles back up the aisle, only holding the belt aloft in triumph when he is a considerable distance away from CM Punk. He raises the title in one hand, while Angelina raises his other hand. CM Punk's dominant reign in TNA is over, the new champ is here, and his name is Samoa Joe. But he gets an 88B+ here, so he's getting all the ratings bar in-ring, which is disappointing. And we finish the show. As Joe leaves, we see CM Punk looking extremely pissed off in the ring. He's complaining to the ref and is visibly upset as we go off there. And that's the 77B. CM Punk came across well. Dreading that this is going to be a losing pop in a lot of places and a 75 or something like that. But we'll see. Ready for it, we're going for it. Next. Oh. Well, that was surprising. We get a 79B. And the show actually increased their popularity in 9 regions, which I think is just... I'm pretty sure we'll get pay-per-view deals in England, in Britain, in the UK and in America, so I'm very surprised with that. That's a positive note. So 79B, we'll make speech, we'll say to CM Punk, Point is a good example. It wasn't great, but we still need to say that he was a good example. And we're going to tear apart Chris Hero because I feel their match was terrible and just say they could do better. Make the speech, Punk was happy, Joe was pleased. Chris Hero didn't say anything. Well, that's going to be interesting. We'll see what happens after we see Dizzy here. What I'll confirm for the last video is a lot of the managers we're looking at, every one of them is signed. They've all signed in either paper appearance deals or written contracts, but if they are, they're only for like say 3 months, 6 months, or in some cases just a month, in case we don't find the right combination for them, and then they're useless to us. So we've got a lot of guys in, a lot of women in, and we'll see WWE have loaned EC3 and Adam Cole. Hopefully they don't miss any of their shows, but that's because of that thing, so we can loan WWE guys in, and I think we might actually need to do that in order just to get good ratings and can keep you up, because our special isn't pop in the normal shows, so we might use our unrealistic thing with WWE just to bring people in, but we'll see. Fans enjoyed the vast majority of the show. I don't know, maybe have some sort of invasion thing, or maybe just have some of their up-and-comers take on the main WWE guys just to get them over. So see, you've got like Stacey Carter, Sosi, Johnny Devine, Lacey, they're all in there. If I look at my pay-per-view, we got it up in 9 places, but we do have deals in Mexico, Britain, 2 in Britain, 1 in the Mediterranean, 1 in Central Europe, 1 in Canada, big in America, big in Canada. Get size anyway. It's Puerto Rico and Great Lakes important, so that's what I'm worried about. We need to get them further away, because we're just on the brink of that 65, so I think we're probably going to look at some WWE guys going in just as a short-term measure. Let's just say they're away out in loan because of the Alliance loan. Well, that kind of ruined somebody that was going to come in. If New Japan have made a contract extension, I'm assuming that that's going to be written. A lovely look at it. Paper appearance, that's a paper appearance, but He's somebody that is injured, but he shall be back in 2 days, so hopefully we should see the return debut of Alex Kozlov in the next set of tapings. Joey Ryan has got a grueling schedule. We got 2.31, so we could do a lot better, but we'll see what happens. But I mean, with alliances, with the talent trade, you look at the people we can get, TNA2. We could bring in any of the Adrian Neville, Alex Riley. It would cost us a lot of money for the bigger names, but it could be somebody that gets us a much better rating. If we don't feel comfortable doing that, talent trades, we'll give them somebody. But with the WWE, you can get somebody for AAA, ICW, NXT, or WWE. Say we wanted Neville through this way, 5 appearances. You know what I mean? You'd be as well taking them for the 5 appearances there rather than the 1 appearance you would take them from just an alliance one. So we'll probably look at bringing some of the guys in. Probably won't be Neville, but just to get our ratings back up, just to get more pop during our TV shows and stuff like that. Apart from that, schedule has our next pay-per-view in quite a while away actually, the 4th week of July, so we've got 6 weeks of build to get to Hardcore Justice. Whether we call it Hardcore Justice, I'm unsure. I might rename it, or we'll maybe just go with gimmick matches, but we'll go towards that, so a lot of time before we can get there. After that, quick look at the titles. Title picture says Money in the Bank, but they're floating the Ricochet, obviously 51D+. For that, the Central Championship is still Drew, just 2 title defences, so might get him defending it more on television, 68C+. 43, so it's went down the women's knockout. Let's see where we go with that. Mia Yim's defended it 9 times now since she's had it in January. Joe, title's at 91A, he's a 2-time champion now. And we gave Punk a good run there from October to June. So that'll be interesting. The World Tag Division, Ibushi and Nakamura have defended it 3 times since winning it in May. In the X Division, Dorada's defended it twice, and its prestige is at 68C+ as well. So that's it from this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I've said there's a lot of storylines, kind of hinted at during that pay-per-view, and hopefully, with good build between Crossfire and Impact, we can slowly get towards the next pay-per-view in 6 weeks in-game time, so that'll be probably 12 episodes worth of build, so a lot of build. And we can get a massive payoff. But thanks for tuning in, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you've got any comments, please leave them in the comments section. And until next time, it's 21 Maxwell, and I'll speak to you all real soon. Bye bye.